Hey, good evening. How's everyone doing? You're not going to come over, Princess?
Yeah, just 1 second. I got to do something before
well, the Queen has to make an entrance, so just me for now. How's everyone doing? Let's see my comments. There you go. Hey, Linda, how are you? Chris is here. She's just over there.
Chris is doing some accounting here.
She got off the phone, so she's busy right now. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I want to pop on. We have another live stream we're doing in 20, 30 minutes. So I thought I'd come on real quick. Hey, Anna, how are you? And talk about some stuff. How's everyone doing? How are you? Hey, David. So, God, it's only been a few days, but man, we're staying busy and doing a lot. I think there was one library lecture in between the last live, and I know there was the investigation at Centenary University Saturday. So this week, the reason I'm on now is because tomorrow night is Clark. Wednesday night is Cranford Library. And then Friday night is The Mind with Cody and Satori. So busy, busy, busy. I was contemplating another creeper gallery, but hey, Marianne. Hey, Veronica. But it's supposed to rain real bad Thursday night or something. I guess the remnants from the hurricane. And I don't want to be out there driving on, hey, Luann, on Halloween Eve in the pouring rain, coming back and forth to New Hope. Speaking of, I'm wearing my Red Room t-shirt. See there? Available now at the Creeper Gallery. Get your own. Hey, Laura, how are you? So, Centenary was pretty good. Feels like forever. You know, these events are hastily. It feels like we weren't there for a while, but I'm pretty sure we were there in like June or July, summer months. All right, there she is. Has to make an entrance.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Not that I was finishing up something.
Sharon's here.
He didn't tell me he was going to pop on, so I was in the middle of doing what I
literally
need
is
to do.
watching me set up everything, but
because we're doing a live in a bit.
We are doing a live, people. Hello, Veronica. John McGinnis, what's up, my man? Rosa.
Although he did take me out for a really nice day today, looking at some awesome Halloween stuff that I enjoyed immensely.
But let's not get sidetracked with what I was already talking about, as usual. But Centenary University, it's so funny because the that event sold out, and apparently the December event sold out.
Yeah.
And they're asking for dates for next year already, which if you guys should know by now if you've been following us. I like to take at least 3 weeks or a month to even not even think about dates for the following year. When we end in December, I usually don't even like to think about dates for the following year till mid-January, or at least mid-January. And then we start talking about maybe a February event, depending on where it is, and then away we go. Whatever. We did nothing all summer. You're so funny. And again, there's people, we met people today that knew us. There's people out there that
it's true. It is true.
Would love to have this position that I've given you.
Given me?
That I've given you.
Oh, you
and
need
I
to
could just
back that up. You need to back that one up.
I could just switch out like that.
And
AJ.
I just said we had an amazing day.
Oh! Halloween Friday. Yeah, Halloween is Friday. Looking forward to
that. John still hasn't gotten a costume yet. I'm still trying to get him into that. You know?
Of the eye roll. I don't see the eye roll. My sunglasses. Probably
he ignores it.
Hey, Kelly. How are you? But again, Centenary was good. That place is so unique for a college, and it's cool to have a college that we're able to go to and do events in. And that building, it's just weird. We were talking today about different methods and different experiments to sort of try to nail down who it is that you're, no, not literally, but who it is that we're talking to and why they're there and what different ways we could better kind of do that within the events or experiments that we're doing. And I think we're kind of working on something there that it take a little while to develop it piece by piece. I think we're kind of getting there, and that's one of the places that made me think of that because it's so hard to, you never know. I mean, I got EVPs this time, first time from a child in a library, a little girl,
Yeah.
who said, "Help me," and then she said something else, and I'm just like, where did you come from? You know what I mean? I've been there for a couple of years now, and no child, not in the library. Again, that's a college. There really shouldn't be children there.
Well, there's a child there's a boy or a girl child that shows up in the cathedral church, and
that makes sense. Children
but
attended the
did
services.
not at all this time.
That's what I mean. I there was somebody different.
Yeah.
There with me, and but that's again part of kind of what we're trying to figure out and how to develop different ways to kind of help us better figure out.
And the funny thing is, and I wonder if this will help with what this method that you're coming up with. I wonder if that's going to help more with trying to have a conversation with who's in the cathedral, because this time you had to get whatever was there annoyed with you to get a response out of him. And that's strange.
That I can do. Pretty easy. You should have switched with me.
But I'm just saying that's what you had to get it in the spirit annoyed to respond.
Yeah.
Then that was kind of definitely uniquely different.
But overall, it was a good event. It was fun. Afterwards, we do our usual. We had Samantha with us.
Yeah.
Samantha is Danielle's daughter, who we've known since she was 11 years old, and so great to see her. She's all grown up now, boyfriend and all that, and she don't need us like she used to.
Hey, Michael.
We're not as interesting as we used to be, so it's not so much fun.
I actually had Michael blindfolded
she totally just.
Sorry.
Literally, just go ahead. Talk about what you want to talk about.
I was just because I saw Michael's name on there. I had him blindfolded up on the pulpit. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's what that was for.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I can't believe interrupted for literally 3 words.
I know. Isn't that horrible?
That's it. That's the end. Beginning and the end of story.
Well, other than the fact that the people that were blindfolded that were sitting there, some of them heard whistling, some of them heard noises off to the side over behind that curtain where we get the bang or we get that stuff going on. So that in itself was pretty cool.
All right, that's at least.
I know, a little bit more.
Yeah. Anyway, the library, the last 2 library lectures, seems like we did way more. I mean, we did. There's 5. We usually do 2, and there's going to be 5 this year, and then we can return the haunted objects to Donna, and be done with them. But tomorrow night is Clark. We like Clark. We've been doing Clark for I don't know how many years in a row. Last year, our doctor came. I actually
had a visit with her not too long ago, and she actually said to me, she goes, "That's you guys back at Clark again, isn't it?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I can't be there that night." She goes, "Because I have to. She's got something scheduled for that night." And she was like, "And I was hoping it wasn't you, so that I wasn't missing you."
It's funny because my daughter is she loves horror, and she's into the paranormal stuff. She watches it on TV and stuff, and my son, nothing to do with any of it. He's so analytical, and he's a scientist, works in a lab. He really paranormal. He's not into it at all. So here we are. I'm waiting. I don't even know if I should start because I'm waiting for her. She's reading comments, so I know it's word. So here we are, driving home after him and I were out, and the library we're going to be at tomorrow is a few blocks away from where he lives, and we're coming over the bridge, and there's the library sign. NJ Paranormal, 10/28 at 7 p.m. And I'm like, there we are. That's us. We're going to be back there again. And he just,
whatever.
I'm like, damn. No, nothing. So, I mean, it's cooler when we, again, today we were out looking at Halloween stuff, and I was on TikTok, and I'm just looking for like houses that are decorated for Halloween and things to do because we had time today, and I found Bergen County.
You made time for me.
Right.
That's what he did. He actually made time, and it was nice.
So Bergen County has like 3 or 4 houses, and it's cool the way they did it on TikTok because they're like 5 minutes from each other. The 5 houses that they give you the address to, and we went 1 to 1 to 1, and the very last one we went to was pretty cool. They had a ton of stuff, and again, I'm not good at what town that was, but we're walking around, we're looking around the outside of it. I'm taking pictures, she's taking pictures, taking video, and the guy comes out, and I'm like, how long have you been doing this? He goes, 25 years. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, neighbors give you any guff? And he's like, no, they're all used to it. And he's telling me about how long it takes to put it up and all this other stuff. So we keep talking, and then we get around to the subject of, we're, paranormal people. We're in the field, and we do this or that. And he goes, yeah, we've been on a few of those ghost hunts before. We've been to the one here in Augsburg at this Sterling Hill mine, and we're like,
yeah, we thought it was their haunted door, right?
That's us. We thought it was,
we didn't think it was the ghost investigation.
And he goes, we've been to Camp Evans too. I'm like, yeah, that's
us too.
That's us. And he's like, yeah, I know. My wife, got touched, the one time and felt something else happen another time.
And it was so funny.
And he calls her up. He's like, hey, New Jersey paranormal people around here. So you
got to come out.
And she came out and talked to us for a while. And
wasn't that Hawthorne?
No, Hawthorne was the first one we went to.
Cody just said, "Whoops, sorry, texted you. Didn't know you were live."
Cody. Well, we're gonna see Cody on Friday.
Yeah.
First time in seems like forever, but
we're looking forward to seeing you, John, at the Clark Library tomorrow. Museum. My brain.
But we're gonna see Cody Friday, Satori. There may be White Castle or, dare I say, Morristown Diner, Cody. You ready to do that again? Come on, that's tradition.
I got them a hotel close to there, so they can.
Well,
if they want to.
we gotta go. What you see at that diner with those college kids on Halloween night is,
Lord have mercy,
is probably the most fun we'll have that night for sure. Because those college kids, they get drunk and they get a little crazy, but it's fun. It's loud, but it's definitely tradition now. That and the
it's entertaining. Is what it is.
That and the mannequin is tradition now for us with Cody and Satori.
He goes, heck yeah!
I think I corrupted Cody with White Castle, but Satori looked like she was eating a shoe. She had a look on her face like,
I can't eat that stuff, so
this is just not good. Whereas Cody, I think he was buying in.
We're going to the Morristown.
He was buying in to the White Castle, right, Cody? I mean, they don't do so well coming out, but going in is pretty. We just had them 2 days ago. Anyway, yeah, that's Friday night. So if you guys are coming to that event, that's going to be a ball, man. Being with Cody and Satori is just fun in general for us. They're great people. We enjoy being around them. We have a great time. Never have a bad time with Cody and Satori. And you throw Halloween into the mix or Christmas time.
And some people are coming dressed in costume.
You're saying that.
I know.
I think you're just putting that out there. What, like 2 maybe? Tell me how many. Don't tell me who.
Me?
Don't I just say who? Just give me a number.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, 5, 6. I can say 7 people that I know definitively that are going to be dressed.
I doubt it, but anyway.
I don't.
Anyway.
Halloween is fun. It's fun to get dressed up.
Okay. So do that. What
You're the dad.
I'm not the dad. I'm there for a purpose, and it ain't a Halloween party.
There you go. Yes, Veronica, you can wear a costume.
Oh no! Don't spread it now. Come on.
See?
Come on.
You'll experience the ghost of White Castle.
They do linger. They're like an attachment. They linger for days, and
hey, Ann. Some
holy water would help. After.
Hi, Dana.
Dana wants to know how you are.
I am doing okay. Thank you.
A lot of us will just for well, that's the Friday night VIP party. So
I'm talking about the mind
I still
for
need
Friday
to
on
figure out what
Halloween
I'm
too.
going to wear
You
for
do.
that, or Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah.
If I wear something for Halloween, it ain't going to be anything great. It's just going to be whatever, you know. We did the whole makeup thing. Remember, we did the makeup thing. That was fun because we were together. Me, you, Tanya, Kenny.
Yes.
We all remember.
Yep.
I saw those pictures.
We
did that live.
We did it. Yeah, we did it live, and it was pretty cool.
We were insane. Like, what was it?
I thought I did a good job with your makeup.
You did, but we wanted to do a Halloween live investigation on YouTube and Facebook. We did. And then somebody brought up the idea of like, hey, we got to get dressed up for it.
Yep.
And, she pushes it, and then Tanya pushes it. And it's like, we're doing this. We're doing this. I don't like putting makeup on my face. I haven't since I was a kid, especially when I have a beard. Like, you can't.
Tanya and Kenny did amazing with their costumes.
Yeah, but you can't put makeup on a beard. It just doesn't work.
But I still made it work, didn't I?
I'm just
saying. You looked amazing.
Getting that crap off
and
around your eyes, it just ain't worth it. Not for me.
And Tanya didn't know who I was when she saw me. That's the best part. But no, I think.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I thought he looked great, Heather. I thought he fit the. It was perfect for him.
I don't even think I fit in that jacket now. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
But anyway, that was a fun night. We had a good time that night. And Friday night is going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping some of you guys that are here are going to be there. I think it's just going to be, a fun night. And Halloween night, you never know. Does that have any effect at all on the paranormal in reality? We've had good events with Cody and Satori on Halloween night before. So, I mean, and they got those objects.
They bring the energy.
Jolene's my conduit that I use to work with all the others. So, I mean, I'm going to fish Jolene down that hatch. Cody saw. Nobody tell Cody I'm doing that if he's not on anymore. My plan is to fish Jolene down there. Put a little recorder in her pocket,
I'm not even going to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
That would be cool. And I'll put Liza in the side room there. You heard it. Don't tell Cody, though. If he's not watching, nobody tell him. But anyway, that's going to be fun. And like I said, the 2 library lectures, they're the same lecture, basically. We had a real good time doing that at Edison. I don't know if we even talked about this. So I don't know if we've been live. No, we did the Creeper Gallery. So Edison Temporary Library, to their credit, they're doing construction on the main library, and they're trying to still provide the community with the services of the library, which is great that they're doing that. So they rented, obviously, like office space or like a medical, business. Whatever. Yep. And they've put as many books in the hallways on these carts and everything as they can. And they want to get the program going, even though they're in a temporary space. They want to have programs for the community, hence New Jersey Paranormal. So we get there, and there was another library. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to call anybody out. But there was another library we went to where there was nothing kind of set up. We're in this room. They're rolling out like a whiteboard for the projector. We're trying to figure out the audio. It's like, I don't know how many things they do, like what we do, but that was weird. This had that vibe. We go there, and it's a room, not a big room, but a decent size room. Not as big as like Clark or anything like that, or South River.
Oh, no, it was a little office room.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to. So we're like, there's like 6 tables in this room, and we're like, how in the world are anybody going to fit in here? So they're like, we're going to push these tables out, and we're going to put about, 10 chairs in here. And I'm like, I looked at her, I said, there's going to be 5 people here. And I'm going to I could have been home watching horror movies. You know what I mean? Because we live 10 minutes from the library. That's why, one of the reasons why I agreed to do it. I'm saying to her, there's going to be like 10 people here. No one's showing up to this. So pushing chairs out, pushing tables out. The projector itself, the screen, again, it's temporary. So they bring in the stand and the projector screen. They do one of these things, put the projector on a table right in front of it. And thank God it was loud enough, which I was worried about the audio. And we set up, the haunted objects. And tell you what, that room was packed. There were actually people standing in the hallways. So there was
over 30 some odd people that were there.
So cool that there were that many people there.
And I want to say too is, and I don't know if you heard the guy when he was talking to us, but because they're what they are, they haven't done events there,
Yeah.
and they just started doing
Yes,
this,
this
like
was a kickoff,
trying
yeah.
it. It was a kickoff, and he was like so happy that as many people showed up from the community.
It was cool. It was very, very cool. And we had a good
were
time.
shocked.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be talking to 5 people.
I actually I love the fact is that a few people came in with they must have been like what, between 8 and 10,
They're young.
I would say.
They're young.
Right, but and John, before you could even get started, John had to warn the parents, like, the subject matter might be a little bit uncomfortable or not what you want for your child. And he started off with something really light to like give and he turned to him after he did the one thing that he read out, and he goes, "It's only going to get worse from here." And John did it in such a way that it wouldn't traumatize the child, and the parent would understand what John was trying to refer to. But when you started playing the videos and stuff, you know, the stuff was a little more hard hitting, but they did well.
You know, you're watching all these adults come in, which we're used to, of course. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I thought the kid was, because some people in the beginning, before we started, they would walk through to get to another section. And I thought that's what they were doing. And all of a sudden, the one kid sat down by his mom, and I'm like,
you're not continuing on.
And there was another one over there, and I'm like, So literally, I mean, 2 of the stories of the objects for people that are about people who unalive themselves.
Yeah.
In horrible ways. I mean, there's no fluff and nutter here. And I literally, before I started those sessions or segments, I said to the parents, look, I'm going to talk about things like people unaliving themselves, and it's not pretty. And this is up to you. I'm warning you that we're going to show some videos, and we're going to talk about things that you need to decide if they're appropriate for your children. We're not doing that, but I want to prepare you so that there's no surprises. You're not going to complain to anybody or whatever. This is the subject matter. Some of these objects have dark
and even before
stories,
you started the next one, you warned them again.
And I did that over and over, and they sat through the whole thing.
They did great.
I was really uncomfortable, to be honest with you. I kept looking over at them like, oh.
Where other adults wouldn't go up to the haunted items, the kids did. They wanted to see them. They wanted to hear the stories. They wanted to know what it was like. They were curious.
I'm just like, okay. Well, I don't want to spoil it in case anybody. One of the items is one we investigated recently. I don't know if you guys remember the one where the woman was, her child passed. And I don't want to give too much away, thank you. But the one woman was in an asylum. Her child passed away, and she was holding the doll while she unalived herself. So that's kind of like but there's way more to the story, front and back and other things. And I'm like, in my head, I'm looking over at these kids, and I'm just like, God, how do I navigate this so that, like, you know, I want it like,
you don't traumatize.
I want it like, you know, those dolls they use in therapy. I want to like, do you have any, you know, is there a play section here where I could, because if it was so uncomfortable, and I'm looking at the parents thinking, you know, we do this. We've been doing this forever and a day. I wouldn't want my 8-year-old there. I really wouldn't, but that's me. I know all kids are different, and it's the same thing when people...
Alex said, awesome, getting younger one's interested.
Well, I mean, it is an innate. I mean, you know, when people contact...
One's too much.
When people contact me and are like, hey, my kid's 9 and he's been on a ghost walk or whatever, can he come on a ghost hunt? I'm like, no. I'm, you know, 13 and 14 is like borderline for me, even though I know there are mature 13 and 14 year olds.
You also have to add too, is that
9 and 8.
We've had experiences with where we didn't control the ticket sales, and someone brought their kids in, and there were things that happened that it became not a good thing. And when we sat down and talked, we both said, that's not acceptable. We're not bringing kids into, this isn't a ghost tour. This is a ghost investigation, a spirit investigation. And it can be traumatizing for younger kids. And some have been. It depends on your child, but we can't take that chance when other adults there.
it was. I mean, it's good to at least have gone through that, so I know if that
Yeah.
happens at Clark and it happens at Cranford, how to handle that. But man, oh man, I'm thinking to myself, God, if that was my 8-year-old and I heard
Hi, Gina.
some guy up there talking about
Yeah.
a woman being dismembered and the body parts being kept, they didn't leave. I'm like, what can I possibly say that's gonna make this?
No.
You know what I
No,
mean?
they didn't even flinch.
But they know their kids better than I do.
Lisa must be psychic.
Huh? Yeah, well, they know their kids better than I do, and I'm not going to tell them how to parent their kids. I'm just speaking from my perspective and what I would do. Look, we've done ghost hunts with kids, but there's a way the way you do that. We do it with the Girl Scouts all the time. We know how to switch gears for younger people and educate them, but there are certain ghost hunts and places that aren't appropriate for kids. They're just not.
And some kids are more mature
like you're not going to
than
bring
others.
your kids into the axe murder house and be like, hey, there's some lady killed her family with an axe here. You want to go talk to some ghosts?
And you're right. You'd be surprised at what some of these kids see and watch. But here's the flip side of that. Let's say that you paid to go to an event and there's a younger child there that the parents said that they could handle this. In the middle of your session, this kid has a meltdown and now everything stops because that needs to be addressed. And that child might be traumatized by what you just did.
I got it. It's not the same thing, but it's almost the same thing. When my daughter was 8, maybe, she, all of her friends were seeing Jurassic Park, the original. Remember the original?
Yeah.
And it was first time movie like that had been made. The CGI and all that was great. And she's like, I'm like, Sarah, I'm hearing that it's pretty scary at parts because I'm hearing that the dinosaurs were killing people and the T-Rex with the whole car thing that they weren't showing in the trailers. And she's like, my friends are going. I'm like, if you want to go, then fine, we'll go. But I'm telling you, I'm warning you that I've heard things about that movie. She watched half of that movie like this. And I laughed at her the entire time. And I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
My grandson loves horror films. And I mean, some of the stuff he's seen makes me cringe. But the one thing he does not like, and my daughter has to be mindful of, is the fact is that
I think there's two.
He doesn't like those jump out scare things at all. He likes nothing about that. He likes being home, secure, with mom and dad or you know, however, which one's watching with him, where he's safe and secure. He doesn't like going out and doing. She has to convince him to go like those.
Here's my deal.
Walk things.
And maybe I watched too much Oprah and Dr. Phil in my day. This is going to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but I mean, the human brain develops in a certain way where, you know, you think as a younger person, you think as an adult, you develop at a certain rate. And I think, in my opinion, as a father of 2, I think you limit your exposure to kids when their ability to process what they're really doing isn't fully developed. I mean, yeah, spooky movies, ghosts or whatever, and you're taking them on a ghost hunt or whatever. But in reality, what we're doing is trying to talk to the spirits of people who've passed in a respectable way. And there's a whole lot that involves, other than just some ghost walk through the town and pointing at a building going, oh, Mary, the ghost of Mary Smith is in there who had 9 kids and blah, blah, blah. The reality of a paranormal investigation is, again, maybe I overthink things, but and same with horror movies. If you're showing your 8-year-old and 9-year-old a bloody, gruesome Terrifier movie, you're kind of desensitizing them and exposing them to things that their little minds aren't meant to, in my opinion.
What about that? John and I.
That's my opinion.
John used
Although
to
my son was playing Grand Theft Auto when he was like 13, but he was a teenager.
So when John worked,
being interrupted.
When John worked night shifts, we would go to movies at like 1:00 in the morning to these certain theaters, and we went in to watch. I think it was one of your Jason movies. I think Yeah, I remember taking my little brother to
Jaws. No, I'm talking
And
about
Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws
Imagine
at
seeing
5.
Jaws
that
when
way.
you're 5 years
No,
old. That would
no,
scar you for
no.
life.
I've
I
had
was afraid to
movies.
go in the ocean. I
I've
saw the
had
trailers.
movies. But anyways, we walked into the theater and there was a mom and dad with, and again, 1 o'clock in the morning here, mom and dad, the son who was probably about maybe 2, 3, and then the daughter who was maybe 4, and she was sitting next to me, and she didn't know me from Adam. And when the scenes came out that were scary, I had this 4-year-old tucked right into my armpit right over here, and I'm like pointing to John like, look at this. And John did say to them like, hey, maybe you should get a babysitter so your child doesn't like.
I mean, we saw little toddlers and stuff.
Yeah.
And we back in the old days when we would go
still
see
don't go in the ocean.
Freddy and Jason movies, we would, see little toddlers there, like, because the parents get like, and it's a 10 o'clock show, and the kids are like, it's like, what are you doing to that kid, man? Like, come on, don't go see the movie. It's that simple.
But we do know that.
Wait till it's on Blockbuster.
We do know that there are certain individuals that are definitely exposed to difference, and they mature, or they change. I wouldn't go in the ocean. I don't like the ocean when it comes to any of that stuff. But it's true. What happens when we desensitize them and we take away that? And again, what does it do to them? Like you said, they're not fully developed to handle. There's stuff I still not fully developed to handle.
But that's how I am. I may be old-fashioned in my ways and my thinking.
No, I think Alex said it best. Let kids be kids.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. Again, in the social media world, in a world where technology, everything's available on that phone, and I don't care what it is. Any video you want to, anything you want to see, good, dirty, bad, pornographic, whatever, it's all there at their fingertips. And you can't watch kids 24/7. They all have the phones and whatever. But I'm just saying, for me personally, hey, Christopher,
Susan,
I see kids out there, and I know we're going to be discussing, especially ghosts are one thing, and kids may look at it different than we do as adults. But when you're talking about, again, the lectures that we're doing, and some of these objects involve horrific stories.
It's adult content.
They're not just stories. These are real things that happen, and they involve some gruesome stuff,
There you go.
And it's not on me to say to the library, hey, I do say to them, this is a subject matter. This is what we're doing. They're the ones who should put the thing on it. But if they don't, then they're right. It's not. And the person we talked to at the library said, the parents. They approached the parents.
You do have to put the onus on.
Are your kids okay with this? And the parents said yes. At that point,
yeah,
it's on the parents,
because it's perfectly clear it's adult content, and our ghost investigations are geared towards adults, and that's why we don't sell to kids. And again, this is based on the experience we've had with people who brought kids where we couldn't control it, and we've had 2 really bad situation with kids that it just wasn't fair to anybody, including the child. No, I had very strict parents.
We gotta get going. We gotta cut this short because at 8:30 we're doing another live stream to talk about the expo with Terrence. So just wanted to pop on, let you guys know that we're here. Hopefully we'll see some of you at the lectures, and some of you on Halloween at the with Cody Satori. I'll try to go live from there if I can, if we have a little time in between, just to say hi and show them, let them say hi. Can't guarantee it though. Odds are Sunday we'll do a whole wrap up of everything. Creeper Gallery is a small percentage of getting done on Thursday. I love to go there before Halloween because it's such a great thing to do and pick like the worst of the worst items and do a live stream. But I'll see if I can. You know me. Johnny won't let you down. So
Lisa said, I'd rather sit. I've sat alone in a dark room at Orange Correctional. Yet I will not watch a horror jump movie. Well, I would do the reverse.
All right, guys. We got to get going.
Good night, Kathy.
We'll see you soon, okay?
Hopefully we'll see you over on the other page. Paranormal Brew.